Hello FIGGIE fiends and collectors, this is me, Daniel East 1000, back again with another Lord of the Rings figure review. Yes indeed, we're here back talking Toybiz after a fairly long hiatus. This is a figure line that I absolutely love picking up when there's a bit of a lull in other things that I collect. It's always a nice thing to revisit, and this figure that we're going to be taking a look at today is no exception. So without further ado, we're going to be taking a look at Gandalf the White. But as always, while I don't have the packaging to hand, we'll just go through some of the variants, or packaged variants, that there are for this figure. You had the typical card back style packaging. It is worth noting that that version seemingly has a slightly different paint application to the sword sheath, being black rather than brown, to the one that we're going to be taking a look at today. The Two Towers red one ring style packaging version, and there is also a blue Return of the King one ring style packaging. However, the Gandalf pack, if I'm not mistaken, is different, namely in the fact that it comes with a soft goods robe. I don't actually have that one to hand to compare, so maybe that's something we'll do in a future video. But this is the one ring red style packaged version of Gandalf that we have in hand today. So let's now take a look at the figure itself.
Darkness took me, and I strayed out of thought and time. The stars wheeled overhead, and every day was as long as a life age of the earth. But it was not the end. I felt life in me again. I've been sent back until my task is done.
Gandalf.
Gandalf? Yes. That was what they used to call me. Gandalf the Grey. That was my name.
Gandalf.
I am Gandalf the White. And I come back to you now, at the turn of the tide.
So here we have Gandalf the White, after his encounter with the Balrog, reincarnated as Gandalf the White, head of the Istari. This is a really cool figure, featuring a nice balance again of play and on-screen detail. So let's just take a closer look at this guy, namely with the head sculpt, of which is a really great job and likeness to Sir Ian McKellen. It's a much better likeness than one of the multi-figure pack Gandalf that we've reviewed on the channel. Link up there if you want to check that bumper review out. So you can really see how Toybiz upped their game with sculpt and detail wise on these figures. I love the bit of dry brushing on the grey of the beard, and then some of the white as well, picking out some of that detail. And then the outfit as well is absolutely gorgeous. It's kind of an off-white, but the amount of sculpting, raised detail and patterning is just absolutely beautiful. Coming to the sleeves of the arm, not really much to ring home about other than the wrinkles on the fabric. And of course you've got the hands there, the belt. I love that they've actually put the notches for the holes, picked out silver details for the buckles. Just really beautiful stuff. And then of course the sheath, which is painted in this brown coloration. And then coming down, you've got the skirt of the robes, a little bit weathered, a little bit aged. I don't know if that's because of the figure itself, and there's been some discoloration there, but nonetheless it works to some effect because it does look really nicely weathered. Just giving you a look at the boots as well. I really love the paint application for the laces of the boots. Really nice attention to detail there. Also on the underside they put grey just for the sole. Again, something they could have really just missed out, but it's there. And then if we just have a look at the back of the figure, you've got the cloak as well, and on the hem you can kind of see some really nice patternage. Just absolutely wonderful. Really beautiful paint and sculpting work particularly has gone into this figure. Even for a modern day, this holds up extremely well. Now, in terms of the play features, because again, Toybiz did like to try and make their figures toyetic, there's a button at the back as you would find with a lot of the Lord of the Rings figures in this line. And if you press that, there is a staff raising action, or sword if you put the sword in that hand. But again, it doesn't hinder the playability of this figure because you can sort of pose the arms because they are on sort of ratchet joints. It is just worth, because of the age of these figures, being a little bit careful with that though. Fun little gimmick, I guess. So in terms of the accessories of this figure, he comes with the iconic staff, excellently detailed and sculpted on the tip there, then running down. It's not really much to ring home about. Not only that, he also comes with the sword, which does sit sheathed in a working sheath, and he can hold that. So there we go. The handle is painted blue. And the silver is absolutely gorgeous. You know, it does look a little bit basic, but absolutely sets the figure off. So that's it in terms of accessories. I don't really see what else they could have included with this. In terms of the articulation, he has a swivel in the head. There's not really a ball joint there, and if it is, it's quite hindered by the beard and hair. On this arm, you've got a ball joint or ball hinge in the shoulder, hinged elbows, you've got swivels in the wrists. In this arm, because it's on a ratchet, it's just really a swivel more than anything in the shoulder. You've got a hinge in the elbow, and the wrist is kind of on a swivel. It does have a little bit of movement in the wrist as well, an up and down movement for the raising staff action, but it's very loose to perform that. So coming down to the figure, you've got ball jointed hips, hinged knees, and hinged ankles with a little bit of rocker in the foot joint just there. It is very limited though. So that's it in terms of articulation. It is a little bit hindered because of the plastic robes, but they are a soft plastic, so it doesn't hinder it too much. I think it's understandable why they went back to the drawing board a little bit and decided to give it soft goods for future releases. But overall, this is a really, really good figure. It looks absolutely awesome on display. The sculpting on the robes is just absolutely exquisite. It's surprising just how old this figure is and how well it still holds up to a modern age standard. Maybe not perhaps in the articulation department, certainly not in the play feature department either, because we're not really seeing those in modern age figures nowadays. But this is an absolute testament to the balance that Toybiz really implemented in their figures for both play and display. I really can't sing the praises of this figure enough. Come on, it's Gandalf the White. This is an absolute must-have. So that pretty much does it for this review. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And well, this is me, Daniel East 1000, signing out. Thank you very much for watching.
Yeah, cool, yeah.